Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 34th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Tragedy series. I've got a lot going on here, a lot of battles that are coming up here pretty shortly, and I had some suggestions for some of them I wanted to go over, some pretty good ideas. Let's go through in order here, beginning with Fight. He mentioned that as I'm preparing for this battle down in the south here on this little island, he said, or just wanted me to check when I'm done casting Great Mobilization, I might have enough to summon a siege engine too in that battle. I would say there's probably like a 50-50 chance. I think a summoned siege engine is a 30 magic, I think, to cast. Under normal circumstances it'd be 60 because my king's not in the battle, so I have 120. So depending on how much I have left to go, I might be able to cast that too. We shall see. The Tarsak had mentioned that with regard to my Sorcerer army underground, which I had leveled up following some battles in the last episode, I almost gave him Charged Army. Where are they? They're down here somewhere? I actually can't even find my own armies. They were operating in... Yeah, there they are. I almost gave him Charged Army because I had some casting points that I thought were extra that I could use, but forgot about getting Thunderstorm on rank 13 as well. So I'm going to want Chaos Rift and Thunderstorm, and between the two, that's 15 skill points that I need. So I really only have like one that I could spend if I wanted to level him up and give him something. But I think I'll just wait, and we'll see what I've got. After that, I doubt it's going to make much of a difference. Although the fire protection on a Frostling would be nice. That might be worth thinking about. Let's see. Archer Redbeard mentioned that I might be able to get more reanimators in the library to the south of these armies, the ones that are getting ready to betray my Titan friends here, and try to get hopefully all three of those if I play this right. Down to the south here is a magic library, and by the time I'm done taking over all those Titans, I'm probably going to want more reanimators. I'm probably going to want some reanimators, period. I have enough ghoul units here that, yeah, I need to just keep everybody alive. So I'm going to want some reanimators to help kind of patch up these guys, and a lot of times you can find them in these lost libraries. So that's a good idea. I will try to keep an eye out for that. With regard to this battle, actually, Civ 5 Addict also mentioned not to forget about Necromantic Aura, which, yes, that is a part of my strategy. The Theocrat has it as a result of this item, but this led to a discussion with Jeff and Arch Redbeard about whether the Theocrat is really the best person to be the one doing this, because that item, well, it is giving him... Part of the reason I gave it to him is because now he has Heal Undead, as does my Necromancer, so I have 2 units with Heal Undead instead of 1. But the Necromancer does not have the Necromantic Aura yet, and this guy does. So the idea was, is he really the best person to be bringing that into this battle? Because he's going to be doing a lot of melee fighting for it to be any useful, and he's not really built as a melee fighter. Well, I got to looking at it, and I think he and her are actually pretty close. If I just switch a couple of their items, I could buff up his defense. Resistance is not going to matter at all in this battle. That's just a bunch of physical damage dealing units. So what I'm going to do is actually move him up here, and I'll move her up. And then I'm going to switch a couple items. I'm going to take the hat off of him. And actually, I'm going to drop that on the ground. And I'll switch her. I'm going to take her hat, which gives +2 defense and +1 resistance, as well as the bear, which gives some extra health. And put the bear on this guy. Put the helmet on him. And now his defense is up to 16, which is what the Necromancer's was, as well as his health being up to 75, which is also what hers was at. And then she can just borrow that hat for this battle. Now, there's a good chance I'm going to switch those items and then completely forget that I did that. So, if at the end of this episode I've forgotten to move them back the way they were, please let me know, because I could totally see myself doing that. Let's see. Jeff mentioned some generally good advice, said that I could consider doing battles before selecting city production in an effort to keep gold above 1,000. That's not a bad idea. I'm not really quite there on this turn anyway, so we're just gonna let this turn play out. But in general, if I have over 1,000 gold at the beginning of my turn, and I do as many battles as I can remember to do before selecting production for any buildings, I'll get that morale boost for as long as possible. Or if I buy the buildings first and the gold drops below 1,000, then I'm not getting that morale boost for that entire turn. So good advice there. It's just something, a habit you got to get into, because I tend to just follow through with the notifications down here on the bottom right, and a lot of times the game likes to prioritize the building production notifications first. So I'll try to remember that moving forward. And then Sarah Feingold, with regard to how you get XP from spells, she actually posted the forum up. You can go check out her comment in episode 34, but I did write it down here what she had said. She said that the spell XP, the amount of XP you get from a spell, is equivalent to that spell's mana cost divided by 5, then rounded down plus 1. So let's look at my sorcerer, for example, because he's the one that I was doing these testings with. So the sorcerer has Starblades, for example. We'll start with that. Starblades is the mana cost is 5. If you divide that by 5, that's 1. Divide it or round it down, you don't need to because it's an even number. It's still 1. Plus 1 is 2. Whereas, let's say Sphere of Protection is a mana cost of 20. Divided by 5, that's 4. You don't need to round it down because it's an even number. Plus 1 would be 5 XP for casting a Sphere of Protection. So that's kind of how the game works. With spells with kind of weird numbers, like odd numbers that get rounded down, except for, well, obviously, like, I guess 15 would divide evenly too. I guess spells that don't divide evenly by 5 would be slightly less useful because they get rounded down after being divided. But in general, that plus 1 at the end makes it so that from a cost efficiency standpoint, spells like Starblades are the most efficient for gaining XP, the low cost spells. In fact, I suppose any spell with a mana cost of 5 would be probably the most efficient. Although if a spell had actually, I don't think there is any spell in the game with a mana cost of less than 5, so that would not matter. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm excited for this episode. I'm looking forward to trying to get me some Titans up here, and I think I'm going to start with that. We'll just kick it right off with that battle. If I could figure out, I'm like completely losing myself on the map here. Here we go. All right, so I've already switched their items, and I'm going to have who's got more movement? Oh wait, they both. Okay, I can move them back with their respective armies because they can't actually do that on this turn. I'll have to wait until the next turn because some of their units are out of movement. These guys, however, can get in here and cause some trouble on this turn. Now, the Sorcerer is at 804 XP, so I'm probably not going to get it in this battle, but I'm hoping to get that pretty darn soon. I've got some damage on my machines, but I don't think it would prevent me from actually winning this battle. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. It says probable victory, but I think the game might be underestimating how much damage I can do with that flame tank, especially in narrow corridors like this. Touched by Faith doesn't really help my cause, though, because that's just going to make units that much more resistant to fire. Alright, so starting off, I want to emergency repair probably these guys. And I'm going to Guardian Flame. I'm going to go ahead and Guardian Flame the Sorcerer now, because I think... Well, I guess the Orc Priest is the only one that has fire damage, but yeah, I'll hold off on that and use it for healing, I suppose. Or you know what? I'll use it on the Knights. Yeah, that'll work. They could use the health now, and they'll be the melee fighters, so that works for me. Alright, and then we'll just funnel these guys all through here. Should be able to just light them up. They blocked off the route. So the brilliant AI decided this was the shortest route to get to me. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't bother me any, I guess. Alright, I think I can, from like this angle, probably get all of them. Maybe you gotta move back one. No, I'll move here. Then I'll definitely get all of them. Yep. Okay. Then have the Juggernaut do its thing. That will kill everything in there except maybe the Evangelist. I'll move him up a little further. Make sure I do full damage. There we go. Ah, Knight's just a little too far away. That's alright. Sorcerer's got Inflict Stun. Should be able to get somebody here. That works. Alright. Well, I can't burn the Forge Priest, of course, because they're immune to fire, but I think the Knights will do just fine against them. How much would a Ram do here? 16 to 24 should be able to kill the Evangelist with that. Oh, you know what? I'm not really prioritizing XP on my Sorcerer here, am I? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's try to stun him. That did not work. I'm just, you know what? The goal of this battle is really to get XP for the Sorcerer, so I'm gonna let that thing do a little more damage to something. Maybe that wasn't a good choice. Well, it'll be a while before this army has to battle again, so I don't know. I just wanted to like do anything I could to give him a little bit more XP. Like maybe... Actually, I'm just going to let him get the kill. Well, he's not going to get the kill if that happens. Any units with first strike that would just prevent him from moving or doing anything? No. I mean, I could do like this. That uses up some of his movement. Alright, I guess I'll just use Touched by Faith, and that way then Cavalry can get the XP for the kill. I was a little too concerned about just killing everything that I kind of let my machines get all the XP, which is an easy thing to do. Especially when you have those flame tanks, they're just so stupidly powerful. Okay, so now I want the quickest route to get to Nuxbrom, and would that be south? I think it would. Yeah, going around to the north doesn't seem... There's not as many roads that way. I think south would be the quickest path, so that's the path we're going to take. Alright, and then the goblin came down here to dig. I have to decide where I'm going to put it. I think I actually had an idea. Probably will go over here, actually. If I put anything back there, it might just be like a fort. So all that dirt back there seems like it'd be a good place to go. Just trying to avoid digging out the dirt walls around my dwarf cities. Okay, I kind of left my matriarch behind. Well, I can't really attack with the army on this turn, so I'm going to have to hope the Manicore Riders don't just fly over and go after the matriarch and the golem on the cave entrance here. That could be kind of bad. I'll leave her sitting... I'm going to leave her sitting on the cave entrance. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if the computers will ignore my armies and fly over and try to go down the cave entrance, but I would think that the AI would prioritize killing units that are about to invade them. We'll see if I'm wrong about that. That might be a mistake. I'd hate to lose her right off the bat. Alright, the engineer, I believe, is just on his way towards the front line, generally speaking. Oh yeah, and he was going back here. The Naga have wetlands walking, so I may as well have them shortcut through there. Alright, and this army I'm going to let build up here for a minute, because I want to get rid of those. Okay, so I got a few extra casting points there. That's kind of nice. Part of the glades. That guy may as well head back. Although I'm thinking about building a tower out here too, just so nothing sneaks around me. That might be a good idea. I'm going to put it right here. Alright, yep, putting everybody on hold. I don't have enough movement to get through all the mountains and wetlands and other crap I gotta go through to get out of here. I have to keep them in a triangle, and I don't want to move anything and mess that up, because that could spell death for that whole army if they get attacked from the wrong angles. Okay, we will see what happens going to the next turn here. I'm curious as to what yellow is going to do primarily, and purple for that matter. I want to know if purple removes any of their armies. Actually, purple already made their move, so let's go see. I don't think they did. I think they left themselves vulnerable. I should be able to now attack without any of those heroes in the stack, which means I may not need to wait for the druid army to get there. Yeah, their move's done. So if I move this guy here, and then attack that stack with just the one knight, it's just me and... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Here... Man. They came from a whole different angle. So now I'm gonna have a fight on my hands. Things just got very interesting. Well, we'll see if I can take anything out. I didn't have nearly enough defenders in the city to ward off a huge attack force. I was counting on them being distracted. At least there's not a lot of Manticore riders in this group. There's only one. The rest are Sphinxes. I believe I'm on the next turn's casting points. Okay, I'm not going to use magic in this battle to try to tip it in my favor. I mean, I can't win this battle. There's no way. So I'm going to save my casting points for next turn to get Great Mobilization up. And then I got to figure out how the heck I'm going to stop all this. If I can even kill one of those guys, I'll be happy. You know what? Back up. He's gonna pounce the musketman. Oh, he panicked the musketman. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get anyone. Forgot they have cause fear. That's annoying. Okay, well, I'm just going to try to... Maybe I can get one here. Alright. Circle around, flank attack. Nope. Oh, I want to flashbang it so bad just to kill it. Any other dirt cheap spells I could use for that purpose? See, that Manticore is going to easily chase him down and kill him. You know what? It's one less Sphinx I have to deal with. I should still have enough to cast Great Mobilization on this turn. Maybe I won't get my Summon Siege Engine, but I'd rather take that chance. I should have surrendered after that, because they just got all that extra XP for beating up on him. Okay, well that's a significant problem, isn't it? We're going to have to do something about that. The next frontline city would be this one, so I would say we need to reinforce that right away. Hopefully I can make it there in time, although I suspect they'll go for this city first. Which means my king's army is going to be cut off from any reinforcements. Oof, this just got interesting. Alright. Well, on the one hand, I'm glad they're fighting back. The previous person put up a good fight until they surrendered, but I won't be accepting Tigran's surrender. My king's army is just going to have to go nuts, capturing as many cities as they can, as quickly as they can. This could be a war of attrition here. Actually, I don't know if that's the right term to use. A war where each of us is messing the other one up, and whoever blows up the most stuff fastest wins. As long as they don't get through to my core cities, I'll be okay. I really don't want this one to go down, though. This city is a good economic city, so I'm going to try to reinforce that with as much as I can. Fortunately, I can get these units up there on like the next turn. So that's where they're going. Faster for the Juggernaut to go around this way, so that changes things. Okay, I got a healing item for that guy, so that's good. And I don't know where their units went, but I am going to assume that this is their capital city. And I'm going to try to get through this way. Problem is I can't quite get through that way. I would love to. Maybe with dwarves I could get a stack on a mountain somewhere. Like with my king's army, he's got a few dwarves with him. Like they could get onto that mountain tile right there. Actually, any stack could also get the haste berries and then move back up to wherever they need to be. So if this stack can make it here, this stack can make it there. If I got haste berries with them, would they be able to make it all the way up to here? That would be the 28 movement. That'd be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 26. They could make it. Oh, and let's not forget I have a Juggernaut that can clear the way too, so. They still won't be able to make it without the haste berries, but that's okay. This should work. Hello there. Alright, is that your capital? That is not their capital, but they do have a pretty big army in there. But not too big that I can't handle it, so we'll take that army, take the tower. That'll be an important tower to get, which they never got, apparently. It's still Independence sitting on it. And then I can move northwest, circle around. There's a road there, so I'll be a little more mobile. Okay. Let's see. Elf City here shrunk into a town. That's not an elf city. That is an elf city. Did I migrate that to elves? I think I did. I think I migrated that, and I just don't remember doing it. Yeah, there's that Forbidden Sanctum there. Maybe I was planning on using that to make Storm Sisters. I honestly don't remember doing that. Either way, that city's probably going to go down. I'm kind of abandoning that area in favor of defending my core choke points here, so Naga's going back. Yeah, we'll wait on that road. I kind of don't want to put a road through here because if the enemy came this way but then cut south and went down here, I'm not really defending that city. I don't want him to come this way, so I'll just finish the road this guy was making. It's still going to be quicker for this guy to go that way, though, so he'll follow the matriarch for now. Basically, trying to get everybody in here at the moment. And then as far as down here goes, probably would be helpful to have a watchtower, keeping an eye on that cave entrance. I could even dig a little hole in the side here and put one like there. I actually should do that from like way back here. I could dig down and then like along the bottom edge of the map all the way up to that point. That would be, I think, a useful line of sight to have. Got a ring here. Cave crawling, night vision. That ring is a little wasted on him. I probably should give it to the warlord if I can. Warlord's got fire protection. It's... What else does that ring do? +1 resistance, spirit protection. I think the warlord already has strong will. Yeah, both of these, I don't know. The effects of that ring would be partially wasted regardless of who has it. Alright, well... Let's, this guy has one movement left. I'll have to remember to do that on the next turn. Probably dig down through there. Alright. Another seduction item. Probably want another dominate item. We'll call it the Book of Domination. Don't want to forget to cast this. Let's do that now. Okay, and I don't have enough mana left to cast Summon Siege Engine down here, but purple has already made their mistake, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And then I suppose that whole army will be moving up there, so... Probable victory. Even then, it's still going to be a tough battle, but I think it's one I have to fight. We'll see how well or how poorly it goes. And then if I have to bring in the Druid's army after the fact, I will. But I don't want to miss this opportunity to attack them in a bad formation. What is that? Have some mass weakening spell? I'm not even sure what that was. Okay, do I have engineers? None of these guys are ready to fire yet. Well, the cannons are, but... What I'm going to do, I'm going to go right for those two cannons that are up on the wall. Straight at them. I gotta keep those builders alive too. Did they already both shoot? I think they both shot. Yes, they both shot. Okay, so I'm gonna move up a little bit. Use the knight to break that fence, move this guy up, and try to get a hit on the wall. Right there. These guys can all charge this side because it's just a knight over here. I want the builder over kind of on this side. You'd repair him. You can repair... You can't repair anything. Oh, you probably should have repaired the cannon. Or the flame tank. Those builders are actually going to be pretty useful to have around in this fight. There's a flame tank over here as well as a cannon. I think I wouldn't mind having my firstborn distract them, as well as the forge priest for that matter. And can I flashbang anything? I'm going to try to flashbang that cannon. Ah, no, it didn't work. That's alright. That was worth a shot. Alright, I want you hiding behind that rock. Right there. You can repair him. You can repair him. I think the flame tank's better off over here, and I want to get through that gate as fast as I can. Hey look, I'm on your wall. What are you going to do about it? Let's make sure I don't line up to where they can get all three knights. Your walls are breaking. Hello there. Uh-oh. There goes the builders. That's okay. They're replaceable. There goes one knight. Alright, I would like to... Here, I could do this. Step aside. There's great mobilization coming in handy right there. This should do full damage because it's going to break the stone wall first. So it should do more than 6 to 9 damage to the tank and the flame tank. To the cannon and the flame tank. Yep. Yeah, that's an interesting thing that I learned about. I apologize, I don't remember who it was that told me that, but I do remember that being a thing that was pointed out to me, and that's really good to know. Now that wall is broken too, so I could send him up after the flame tank, while sending a different one after that knight. I think I'm going to do that. We're going for it. I might lose knights, but I'm making more knights every turn, so I'm willing to sacrifice if it means knocking purple out of this game. Although I do still need some stuff left alive for a remaining battle. That knight is just about out of movement points. I might actually not lose anyone here. Anyone else. We'll see. I'm going to try to web this thing. Alright, cool. That's out of commission for the rest of the battle. And then, yeah, I think I want this knight to go after that tank. Problem is, I don't know if I can get him up there to deal with it on this turn or not. Is there any way I can do more damage to it? I want to hit it with something. How much damage does the broadside do? That's an area of 2 spaces around. I wonder if I move the Juggernaut here and then broadsided, if that would do enough damage to make any difference. It's going to hurt my Forge Priest, but if it means I'm more likely to kill the Flame Tank on this turn, and it does, I will go for that. There we go. Taking a beating here, but that guy's probably going to get Vengeful Frosted to death. Or arrowed. Oh, go ahead and waste your time shooting at that. Who's left? Okay, it's my turn. Alright. For some reason I thought it was still the computer's turn. He needs health. That knight needs health, like right now. They're both on fire. I can move him out of the way. In fact, he needs to chase down the settler that's hiding back there. Oh, derp. That's an enemy knight. My knight right here is the one that needs health. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, you little bugger. It's alright, he can't move. Don't see a reason for anyone to take any more damage. Oh wait, well, they're gonna get shot by the arrows if they stay outside. That's right, go ahead and heal yourself. Their machines are going to take less damage from the arrows than they would going through the fire, I think. Actually, I want to make sure I kill that flame tank there. Preferably without killing my spider or hurting it. That's not a flame tank, that's a cannon. I don't know words. Let's get away from that cannon as far as I can with the other more vulnerable units. I think it's still webbed for another turn. You can't run away forever. Yay, life steal. I'm stealing life from the settlers. Okay, so that's a lot of damage dealt to purple. However, it leaves me with a significantly reduced army size for actually taking those 5 heroes guarding the city. I don't know if I could. Even with them alone in there, I think I still want to bring the Druid's army in on this one. Because that's going to be a lot of spellcasters. And my units are very beat up. In fact, enough so that I want that Forge Priest with the Knights for extra healing. Alright, we'll bring the Druid's army in. And then on the next turn, we should be able to finish up purple. I do want to grab those items before they run down and pick them back up. And shuffle them around to wherever they... Oh, wait, I can't grab the items because they're on the city center. Alright, well, then we'll get them next turn. I don't want to overdo it there and get myself in trouble. But it is pretty obvious to me where some of these extra knights need to be going. I was sending them east, but it seems that down in this area of the map is where I'm encountering a lot of resistance, so... Whoops. Wait a second. Ah, okay. I accidentally picked up my civic guards along the way. You guys need to stay here. Alright, so we've already got reinforcements coming to replace the knights that were lost, so that's good. A lot of draconian stuff showing up in this general area all of a sudden. Like, I kind of need to get these guys out of here. Probably need to embark them and go a different direction. And there's a goblin Manicore Rider, not draconian, interestingly enough. Well, they're not going to take my city with this group, but they could still be a nuisance. Does this city have a hospital? It does not. Hospital would be useful in there. I'm thinking about removing one of those knights, putting the archer in there, and then sending the knight off to help up front, but now well, I know I want that siege engine on the cannon on the attack. Okay, those spiders are down there just chilling. I don't remember if I think I was sending these knights back, but I don't know. I want to... The Draconians don't really have enough to take that city. If I can press the attack, I think I can force them to go backwards. Oh no, they split up. Well, actually, this is probably good for me. They split up, which means it's that much more... Actually, this is almost a guarantee that I get all 3 of these Titans. This is very good for me. Okay, I'm going to keep these knights on the... pressing the attack. I didn't mean to move just that back and forth like that. Okay. Get rid of these little spiders before they become a problem. Are any of them hunters? Yes, they are. If there's one thing you can count on hunter spiders to do, it's... Oh wait, that Wraith actually... I want that Wraith up front. This is the perfect army for it to fight. A lot of poison damage that it doesn't care about. And it's got lifesteal. That's about what I expected. Alright. You feast on that spider. that spider can't move, so I may as well use the pistol to actually kill this weaker one over here. Knock it off. Okay. Now let's try to get some Titans. He's got Necromantic Aura. I've got a guaranteed reanimate undead from her. Although, the tricky thing is I have to kill one, then reanimate it. Yeah, I have to be careful what order I do this in. Alright, we're going to attack with the flyer because of the extra movement. Sorry, guys. Betrayal. Okay, so I need to kill one, reanimate it, and then try to either Necromantic Aura or convert or control undead on the other one, if I want the highest chance of succeeding at this anyway. So, to kill a Titan. Well, that would probably be the job of this Necromancer's army. Okay. Didn't move her to the right spot at all, so she's probably going to get pounded. She will have enough left to cast Create or Reanimate Undead. Actually, they might go after those guys too, so I want the Theocrat up here. Oh wait, no, I don't want them going after him either, because he's the one with Necromantic Aura. I'm just going to get units over here. Here, go after them. Their guard is down. Okay, good. I don't mind them going that way. Ouch. Well, there goes one unit. Yeah, I kind of got... I don't know if there was anything I could have done to stop him from rushing that guy. I guess I could have defended him a little better. I could have defended him a little better. That's annoying because they have heal undead, and I kind of need that. Wait, they're a tier 2, aren't they? They're a tier 2. I can revive them. Okay. She's got lesser reanimate undead, I believe. Did I ever pick that up? Maybe I never got it. Have greater reanimate undead. I don't have a reanimator. Maybe I can't do that. I was thinking she had lesser reanimate undead, but I don't think I ever actually picked that one up. Alright, I'm going to try to take one of these guys out as soon as I can. Yeah, go ahead and use your movement attacking me. Attacking that guy. Hit them, that's fine. That leaves him with just a tiny little bit of movement. That guy's got a bit more. Can shadow step and then get in his way, hit him again. Is immolation 3 damage per turn or 4? Ah, it's 3. Okay, I think the knight... Yeah, I could shoot him. Alright, that will kill him, which will allow me to reanimate him. That's 1. And just for the sake of it, we'll shadow step here and hit it once. That uses up the last of its movement. Okay. First things first, let's patch him up. Next, let's make absolutely sure she does not have Lesser Reanimate Undead. Nope. That would have come in pretty handy here. Okay, well she does have Control Undead, so I'm going to try that. And if that doesn't work... I got it. Okay, so I got 2 Titans. I didn't really want to trade a caster for it, but kind of messed up there a little bit. But still a good addition to the army. They're going to be stuck there for this turn, so I'll have to move on without them. And then getting that last one should be pretty easy. In fact, I may be able to get a couple other units there too, a couple other undead units. Alright. Archers inbound. I would like to lure that Titan into attacking the Firstborn if possible. Can't Guardian Flame the Deathbringer. I will go ahead and patch her up with my leader. And I need to heal that flyer too, now that I think of it. They're gonna be dumb and not let their own Titan through. Whatever. Oh, I should have done that with the Theocrat. He's got Necromantic Aura. That's the whole reason why I've got him here. Ah well, whatever. We'll form a wall here. Let that Titan come barreling in. Do his worst. May go after that Forge Priest, but that Forge Priest has 126 health, so I think he'll be alright. Alright, now he's an easy kill. And there's a third Titan. Now, how about some... It doesn't say necromantic aura. Wonder if that just applies. Yep, got it. They'll kill it right away, but I did get it. Yeah, mean. Alright, so we'll try this. There we go. At least got somebody. Doesn't quite make up for the caster I lost in the last battle, but an extra archer is an extra archer. Okay, so I have 3 titans now. That's really good news for me. And I think I will use them to go straight after red. Probably worth taking a second to chill out here and heal before running right off to the next thing. Although I do want to go down south and try to get some reanimators out of there. So actually that is what I'm going to do. And also, I am going to remember to do this. Switch my items back here. Actually, wouldn't hurt to have the Theocrat with this group as well. Actually, the Theocrat's got healing, but I think what I want him to do is go down there and patch up those Titans, or help to patch them up for a second. Okay, these armies are just a complete mess now. I hope nothing flies out of nowhere and picks that Titan off in between turns. Wasn't thinking about him not being able to move, but he's kind of stuck there. All by himself, pretty much. You know, I'm nervous about that. I'm gonna leave them here for this turn. I don't want to take any chances about anything stealing my new Titan from me. I've got a mess of units here to clean up between this turn and the next one. Hey, got a Grand Palace done here in Aragorn. Which, this city... Hey, now that I've cleared that library, I could start making human priests here. Or upgrade to the Magic Academy, at least. Yeah, I need to do that first. Okay, I think I've already moved the knight that spawned there on this turn. These guys are out of movement for this turn, so next one hopefully take the fight to the Tigrans there. I think this item gives me phase, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does. Okay. Has a mess of other stuff I need to sort out here, but I think it's about time to wrap this episode up. I think we'll go through all that on the next episode and then take the fight to the Tigrans, see if we can take that city from them, and find out where their darn capital is. I have no idea, so I really thought it would be this city because it was a pretty big city, but that is not it, so I'll have to keep looking. Maybe that watchtower will give me a hint at what direction I should be looking in. And also in the next episode, we'll wrap up things with the Magic Library down here, try to pick up a few more reanimators for undead healing, and then I'm going to head north and just try to cause some trouble in the Draconians' land. So, be invading the Draconians and the Tigrans at the same time, and Purple for that matter, so should have a lot of good battles coming up here pretty soon. Alright everyone, well that's it for this episode. I'm going to wrap it up here, so thanks so much for watching. As always, please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.